build your own portfolio. Portfolio means you can buy one your own website and attach all your projects here. Build a proper GitHub repo. Participate in Kaggle. That small type of efforts required.
Hi everyone, this is Sumanth. In this podcast episode, we just have Bikram Sahoo with us. So he studied Triple E in a Type 3 college. From there, he just started his journey as a fresher in Cognizant, and after that, he just switched to data science. So currently, he's just working as a data scientist at Evalueserve. And in this episode, he just explained how he just transitioned to data science. What are the mistakes he done? What are the challenges he faced? And how his previous work experience working at Cognizant helping in the current role as a data scientist. And as well as he just explained some of the interview tips as well, right? So make sure to watch this video till the end. I hope this video will add value to you. So before going to the video, make sure to like this video and also subscribe to the channel. So without further delay, let's start this. So first, let's start with your introduction. Can you just introduce yourself? Like, where are you from? What are you currently doing? Like, can you just explain yourself?
Okay, sure. And thank you, Sumanth, for inviting me for this podcast. Let me start first introducing myself. My name is Bikram, and I'm from Odisha. So currently, I'm working as a data scientist in Evalueserve. So previously, I was working in Cognizant. So it's been 2.5 years of experience I have right now in data science field. So before data science, like you can say, like in the beginning only, I started my career as a data scientist. Means only 3 and 4 months I was in Java development, but after that I moved to data science in Cognizant internally. Then I got a chance to work with Evalueserve. Now I'm doing my full-time job there.
Yeah, that's great, brother. So I just have a few questions written over here. The questions.
Yeah, sure, sure.
Yeah, like you just said that you just started your career with Cognizant, right? So what's your
Yeah.
role at Cognizant? How you just started with Cognizant? Can we just know about a bit about that?
Yes, yes, yeah. Thanks. I graduated in like 2019. Like my batch is like my degree is like stream is like electrical and electronics field. So Cognizant went to our campus, and at the time I got luckily I got hired by them. So initially we get training in Java development. Okay, but in Java development, like I spent 3 to 4 months there in Cognizant. So in internally, I found one of my manager who were doing the data science work. They are like building some machine learning models and something. The hot trending technology at that time they are doing something, right.
Yeah.
So at that time I got to know these fancy terms like machine learning, AI, data science. Okay, then I really it's like I really find a way, like, yeah, I need to learn that one. Then I talked with my manager at that time, and I discussed with him, like, yeah, I am really interested into this field. So at that time he gave me some POC to do. So I started with POC, like, by learning, like you can say, like by doing the project I started learning there. Like then after 6 and 7 months, finally I get, like, I move from like Java to data science. Finally I'm doing the client projects there also in Cognizant. Then after 1.9 years, like from Cognizant, then I moved to Evalueserve right now. Here also I am getting a very amazing team there, and really they are very cool, and I learn a lot here also too.
Yeah, that's really great explanation also. Like, I just want to ask this question. Like, you just said that you just worked as a Java developer. After that, you just transitioned to data science. So what the one thing there will be, right? Like, which motivates you in the field of data science, whether it's the machine learning algorithms, or let's say the applications, or let's say what you can say about the one thing that fascinated you into the field of data science.
I can say it's all about math. Like when I heard like the stats, probabilities, all are involved in that field, then it is creating like some not like that, but it is creating some enthusiasm inside me to learn data science.
Mhm.
Because in my college days, like I am from electrical and electronics background, so we have a very hardcore maths, like like derivative integration. So we already went through the process. So I
Yeah.
thought like, yeah, means I am good at math, so why not I start with data science? Because like in Java development, or any other software development, the math things you need to write the logic, but this kind of probability stats and derivative equations, those kind of things you didn't find in any software development
Yeah,
projects.
yeah.
Okay.
True,
So
true.
yeah, those things interest like give me a push. Means means I'm not saying you like, yeah, this machine learning is now there's a trending technology. That's why people, like I also started moving into this field. But I would truly said like the math is the only background. Like I found like, yeah, I'm good at this. So why I'm not like I'm also able to do that things like stats and probabilities. That's why I start this career. Like I choose this career.
Yeah, that's really great, brother. I just want to ask, like, what are the resources that you just choose while you're just learning data science? So definitely, in this current uh, data science field, there are a lot of n number of resources available. Let it say YouTube, some paid courses, online courses like the Coursera, Udemy, everything. There are a lot of courses. So, what are the resources that you just choose when you're just learning data science?
Yeah, to be honest, like my fast projects is like I'm doing the Kaggle project on like house price prediction
Mhm.
at the time. So at the time I didn't know this regression technique, any other kind of visualization technique. I only spent times on YouTube. I tried to build that project by seeing the YouTube from end to end. Like
Mhm.
once I did that project in end to end, then I got to know, yeah, like this like regression is there, classification is there. So I will suggest like do start reverse engineering. Like I always do the reverse engineering. It's nothing like that I will start from the beginning, then when my course will complete, like wait, nothing like course. Like
Yeah,
if
yeah,
you
yeah.
are watching some YouTube videos and if you are targeting to complete one playlist, so it's nothing like that in data science. Like you need to first complete all the playlists, then jump into the project. I never did that. I always try to do first projects. In that projects, if we come across like regression or any classification model, then you start go to in depth on that model.
Yeah,
And
really.
instead
Mhm.
of, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Continue, continue,
please.
continue, continue. Bro.
Yeah, and if you are asking about some courses, like like nowadays like nowadays the learning, not learning. I can say the technology company, like they are charging very huge amount. Like if
Yeah,
you
yeah.
go for any masters or MSc, I don't know why they are charging a lot money, but
Exactly.
I will suggest like you can learn by free resources available over internet. So one can easily learn that materials. You can say majority of my learning came from only by searching over Google, over internet, by seeing some videos.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why.
Yeah, like the very valid point that you just mentioned is the reverse engineering part. Yeah, like we should not, no one should start like completing, we should first complete this course. After that, I will just start building projects. So that's not like we should not start thinking like that. So that's a good point, brother, that you just mentioned. A reverse engineering part, like we should start looking into the projects from there. We just want to look into the what are the concepts involved in that project, what are the things that I should learn in order to
Correct.
implement this project. So yeah, that's really an important point that you just mentioned. I just want to ask this, brother. Like you just worked as an previously the Java developer role, right? You just worked in. Like definitely you might have worked with clients, or you might have worked with different projects. So how that experience helped you in your current role, like in data scientist?
Yeah, definitely. Because in Java development at the time, because I did only Java thing only for 4 to 5 months in there,
Mhm.
right? After that, I moved to data science. But in that 4 to 5 months, you learn in that, like if you are not from data science background, but you have a proper background of like very well the business. which is behind any development, any software development. We are dealing with business, right? You are solving client business, or you are supporting client applications. Like, okay, so at that time, my client as a manufacturer, like manufacturing client, so they have a proper setup. Like, so at that time, I learned a lot the business only. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
like uh, like there is so many fancy name is used in this in manufacturing industry. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, at that time I learned only business. Also, I got to know like how the real time code also written. Like code is like
Yeah,
language
yeah,
is
yeah.
not the barrier. Like,
Mm-hmm.
language you can use Java or Python, but if but at that time I used to learn like how the real time code has been written, like how the code are scheduler, how this application running. Like every application is scheduled for like in every day the application is running, and it's creating some report. That report also went to another application. All those things is attached and linked together,
And
right?
also the domain knowledge also is an very valid thing, right? You can able to explore this if you just worked in any previous role. Definitely that domain knowledge, the domain which you just work, will be helpful in data science, where the domain knowledge is an important thing when you're just working with data science applications.
Yeah, it's very important. Like if you know the business now, so your 60% problem will be solved, right? Okay,
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
know properly, because even if you're dealing with the client at that time also, you at the time also, main thing is like the business understanding, proper business understanding. It will take, it requires some time, but if you know the proper requirement of your client, so I believe like 50% of your problem already solved. You need to just implement it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's true. That's true. Brother. Let's talk about the interview process. I just want to tell you before talking this. I just want to tell you one thing. So today morning, I just posted a like the question in my community. I just have a WhatsApp community group. So I just said that. So I just having a podcast with this brother who just transitioned from the Cognizant to data science. So if you have any questions, I just asked them. So they just asked a few questions. I just have in here. So it will be
Yeah.
great if you can answer that. Question is like a fresher, like how can a fresher prepare for data science interview process? So what are the things that you should keep in mind when you're just preparing for a data science interview process?
Okay. So for fresher, I will suggest like fresher are one like company are one to invest their money, okay, into
Yeah,
them,
yeah.
to time. So I will suggest like if fresher are building some model, it's not about just model. Try to understand the business hypothesis. Like if you are dealing with only like, let's take a house price prediction. So
Mhm.
before doing any house price prediction projects, you have a certain research, like how many vendors is available for particular, what are their internal structure, and really what type of variables are really impacting on house price.
Yeah, yeah.
Nothing like you see like people are dealing only with the data sets, okay, but apart from data sets, you have other third-party resource data. You have a variety of research involved in like to start a data science project. There is always a research team also there. Like so many research team are like involved in that project. So I would suggest like for fresher, it is okay. You start with the Kaggle data sets, but try to build end-to-end application. Nothing like you just
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
build a model and you see the result. Nothing like just create a API. Try to try to show your result with the HTTPS request. Okay,
Yeah, yeah,
at
yeah.
the time you have you have a smaller, you can say a small content a kind of a front end tool. So at that time you can fetch a request from your model, get the result, so that result into your front end, and try to deploy that over cloud so that other
Yeah,
people can also use. So if you know those things, it will really help you
yeah,
in
that's
industry.
really valid point, brother. Like if you're just creating any project, if you're just working on any project, it should be useful to someone. So for that, definitely we should deploy that project for to be accessible to everyone. So that's true. Like we should able to build the end-to-end projects. That's really valid point. In every podcast, I used to ask this question. So what are the challenges that you just faced while you're just learning data science? Or let's say when you just transition to data science?
For me, there is no see. For me, there is no kind of transition because I moved internally, right?
Yeah,
There
yeah,
is
yeah.
no interview will taken for
Mhm.
me. Like how I did, how you people did change your company from one company to other company. At that time, I moved internally. So internally, they only asking me some basics question like what is if you know, like if you said like you know linear regression, so they are asking like. What kind of metrics are used to calculate your accuracy, what because they know also like I'm not from data science background,
Yeah,
they know
yeah,
I
yeah.
am working with Java development. Okay,
Mhm.
so at that time internally the people asking me some basics question, and that questions are already available over internet, one can easily get that details. Okay, but yeah, I will suggest, I will tell like I can explain like once I switch from Cognizant to Evalueserve, at that time what kind of things they required. Like they want to know nowadays people are not interested to check your how you're good at model. Like everyone start with model like yeah, I did this model, I did this that model, now model giving forecasting. No, people are checking if you're really working in a data scientist or data science problem. Okay, people are checking what is a business hypothesis,
Yeah, yeah.
and at that time what business give you, how you detect, how you collect your data. Okay,
Mhm.
and what is your team hypothesis once you build a model, what kind of hypothesis you are like created, and based on that hypothesis you are collecting your data, you're preparing your data, something kind of this only.
Mhm.
So you know like only 20% time is required for model building. Okay,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so before model building you need to ready with this answer. But this is for experienced candidate, like yeah, at that time I'm an experienced person, so that only I get that question.
Mhm.
But for fresher I will suggest do 3 to 4 end-to-end projects, post it over LinkedIn.
Yeah,
People
yeah.
will also get to know like yeah, you did awesome projects. Build your one portfolio means you can buy one your own website and attach all your projects here. Build a proper GitHub repo, participate in Kaggle. That small type of efforts required. So yeah, I will suggest like for fresher, one thing is like build any, if you do anything, build it. It should be end to end,
Mhm.
and you have a solid GitHub repo. And third one is like you have a good portfolio. So once you attach your like portfolio link, so means you should try like you should be a unique. Okay, you not be in the crowd. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
that's the reason.
Yeah.
And always I will suggest fresher, don't do the projects like projects means if you see the not even freshers, I see experienced people, same people like text analysis, sentiment analysis, house price prediction, Boolean house price prediction, credit card fault detection. So these are the common projects. Okay,
Mhm.
now interviewer also know that these projects is available over Kaggle, all those things. I would suggest like for fresher, try at least one project over internet and find just see like is this project is a unique project or not. If you give us some time over internet, you definitely will find a project which is not commonly used. Okay,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that project you can mention over like in your resume and build that end to end.
Yeah, that's yeah. Those are the valid some of the important points, brother, that you just mentioned, like the personal branding when it comes to interview process, and as well as
Right.
the unique projects. You should stand out from the others, right? So yeah, that's good. That's the important points when it comes to fresher. One thing that you just want to say finally to everyone who are just starting in the field of data science. One final word.
If
Yeah,
you data science is something field, like if you stop learning now, it will really be a difficult for you. Okay,
that's true.
you remember like even it's happened for me too, like I stopped learning for 3 to 4 months, I lost everything. Like it's kind of like regression, but math behind it and everything, you lost it. Okay, so I will suggest every fresher, like at least if you already build end-to-end projects, you already done everything. Okay, you know, you are now, you are feeling that, yeah, I know everything which is required for a company, I'm ready. But but after that, always try to revise all those things. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
at least 1 hour a day to revise all the models, all the statistical techniques, probabilities techniques. Because if you not revise, na, you definitely lose it.
Yeah, yeah, really, really, brother. And yeah, thank you, brother, for this amazing, for your valuable time for this podcast. And yeah, thank you, thank you.